See you over there, Pac. It was great catching up.
Red, Trey, congrats on the Hall of Fame.
Thanks.
I told you we shouldn't have stopped to talk to X-Pac. That took forever.
It's gonna be fine. And besides, we got a great diet tip out of it with that mustard thing.
Red, I'm a huge fan. Can you sign this for me, please?
Wow. It's been a long time since I've seen this.
It was so inspiring to see you come out of nowhere and make that run to the finals. And that last match against Rhea Ripley was amazing.
Thanks for supporting me for so many years. It really means a lot. Sorry, everyone. We're running late.
Good afternoon, Red. Commencing trip to your destination. WWE Hall of Fame ceremony. Please enjoy the ride.
For someone who's in such a big hurry, you had plenty of time to stop and sign an autograph.
She had a Mae Young Classic program from the year I was in it. I had to reward her loyalty. And we wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for that match versus Rhea Ripley.
This is my third Mae Young Classic tournament. The first year, I was just happy to be here. Last year, I made it all the way to the semi-finals. But this year will be different. This year, I win it all. There is no other possible outcome. You know, I almost feel sorry for Red. Almost. Because tonight, I'm going to annihilate her. Nothing personal, mate. Just more of a wrong place, wrong time sort of thing.
A lot of people think I came out of nowhere to make a miracle run to the Mae Young Classic finals. I hate to ruin a feel-good story, but I'm not the underdog. I've put in the work and paid my dues traveling up and down the road, defeating anyone who stood in my path. This list drives everything I do. 2 years ago, when I was passed up for the first Mae Young Classic, I wrote on here that I would someday win it. Well, someday is tonight. Rhea Ripley, you can talk about how it's your turn to win, but I've got some unfortunate news for you. I'm taking your turn, and there's nothing you can do about it.
No matter what happens, you've made it further than anyone expected, and you should be really proud of that.
I couldn't agree more. Oh, and it's probably not the best time to bring this up, but I found out Rhea Ripley had a custom jacket made that says 2019 Mae Young Classic winner.
Seriously?
Yeah. Pretty disrespectful if you ask me, since clearly she sees beating you as a formality. I mean, she must have been really sure of herself to spend money on that. It's not like you can return a custom jacket. And you should see the detail on it. Even had a picture of your face with a black eye. The resemblance was amazing.
I'm gonna tear Rhea apart and make my own custom jacket out of her skin!
Oh.
I can't believe Rhea did that. Not a smart move on her part.
Oh, she didn't. I just made that all up to motivate Red. Sometimes her anger can be used for good.
Okay, here we go. We are facing Rhea Ripley, and we have to win the match by pinfall or submission. Of course, Draco's saying some real fighting words to try and get Eve fired up for this matchup, and we'll see however this match goes, but currently it doesn't seem to have done much, considering we went for a big move right off the bat, and immediately we get dropped down by Rhea Ripley. Of course, despite Eve's experience on the indies, it don't matter because Rhea Ripley has been in Mae Young Classic multiple times, though Eve has had a miracle run. Of course, I don't care whether you have experience, because in all honesty, first run, and we're going to win this. We are going to win it first time the charm. And there ain't nothing Rhea Ripley can do about it. Because in all honesty, once we get going, we are a very hard thing to stop. We are, shall we say, we're pretty much a tsunami versus an acorn. An acorn, a tiny little acorn coming from a tree, does not stand much a chance against this tsunami. And look at that, complete domination right now. And then a death press and raining down the fist right on to Rhea Ripley. And raining down more, just pounding away at the skull, the brutality. And attempting the right hand, but there we go, finally a reversal, but blocking the shot. And here we go, setting him up. Oh wait, block, get him into the front face lock, guillotine position, and a knee smash to the face. Followed up by a big eat defeat. Or should we say an arm wrench jawbreaker. And now just showing off. I don't think this is the smartest idea to show off like this. Because you might just awaken something you do not want to deal with. And here we go, Eve fired up, obviously not appreciating that kind of behaviour from Rhea Ripley with the flexing while just putting all their weight on the spine. And here we go, another Samoa drop, dropping them on their spine one more time. It seems it's just become a who's going to break the other's back first contest. Oh, here we go, send them to the corner now. And here we go, perfect plex from the middle rope. Assisted suplex. And now call them to their feet one more time. And you know what, actually no, I'm not done. Let's get a bit more in right here. We got to make sure they're not getting back up. We're going to make sure they never get back up. Oh, counter into a sunset flip. I was going to say powerbomb, but no, it was not a powerbomb. It was a regular sunset flip. And a snap made a follow-up, followed by a kick to the spine. And now just stomp him. I was about to be like, if Rhea Ripley was doing what I thought they were doing, they were going to be in for an unfortunate nightmare. Because they had that giant beat down on them after the first time they did that stomp to the back, and if they were planning to do it again, that would have probably made the situation even worse for them. And here we go, overhead belly to belly, attempted it earlier, could not get it, but got it that time. And now, here we go, scoop slam attempt, counter, dodging the drop kick though, off the rope. Here we go, STO slam. And here we go, scoop slam, driving him into the mat. And then fist drop to follow it up. And now putting him in the seated position. Off the ropes, here we go. Right into Rhea Ripley, big boot attempt, dodges the big boot. Managing to get him off the ropes, here we go. Attempting a slam, but another STO. And here we go. Maybe thinking of something big right here. Set him in the corner. Here we go. What are they planning here? Maybe another perfect plex from the corner. No, instead setting him up for an exploder into the corner. Driving him into the turnbuckle. And we know what follows this up. fully firing up, getting the crowd all the way behind them. Here we go. Eve, set him up, hooking him in, pump handle exploder, driving him into the mat. This could very well be the end. Rhea Ripley talking trash, but they can't back it up.
I knew you could do it.
Thanks! This is heavier than it looks like on TV.
I'll take it. You need a free hand anyway.
Win Mae Young Classic tournament. Done.
That trophy was supposed to go home with me tonight.
Yeah? Well, maybe next time don't assume you're gonna beat me. I heard about your custom jacket.
What are you talking about?
No need to get into that right now.
Whatever. We'll finish this some other time.
Congrats again. You were really impressive out there tonight.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. So, if I can ask, what's next?
We have your info. Maybe we'll contact you for a tryout match sometime.
I appreciate that, but I just won the Mae Young Classic. Haven't you seen enough?
We don't want to rush into anything.
Hunter, come on. He's messing with you.
Sorry for trying to have some fun around here. Look, the truth is we've seen more than enough, and we think you're amazing. And that's why we'd like to offer you an NXT contract.
Wow! I'm speechless. Thank you! This is everything I have ever worked for and dreamed of.
You've certainly earned it.
I just have one request.
Whatever it is, I'm sure we can make it happen.
I'd like you to sign my friend Trey.
Good one. I guess I deserve that after I messed with you.
I'm not joking.
What?
You need to think very carefully about what you're asking.
I already have.
You really don't have to do this.
I know I don't have to, but I want to. We're a package deal, remember? So if you really want to sign me, then you're signing him too. And if that doesn't work on your end, then I walk. No hard feelings.
I certainly wasn't expecting that kind of ask, but I respect your loyalty. That goes a long way in this business. That being said, your friend here wasn't really part of our plans, but if you want to vouch for him, then you have a deal. Both of you. Congratulations.
Are you freaking serious? What was that? You just risked everything for me.
Aren't you happy?
I am, but you stood up to the COO of WWE like you were some kind of big shot. That was insane.
I'll admit it was a bit of a Hail Mary, but it worked, didn't it? We're best friends. I wasn't gonna do this without you. That's the deal we made.
Well, thank you. It's the nicest thing anyone's ever done for me, and that includes getting adopted. I promise you won't regret it.
It was the right thing to do. Now just show them why you belong here.
I will. Hey, I just realized we can cross off another list item. Well, sort of. Compete on NXT.
Oh, yeah. We wrote that back when NXT was a reality show.
It's close enough.
I just want to reiterate that we had no intention of signing you to NXT. Possibly ever. But thanks to your friend sticking her neck out for you, that's obviously changed. So I suggest you make the most of this opportunity.
I will. Wait, so are you saying your buddy X-Pac never mentioned me?
No, he did.
Oh, okay. So at least you have his recommendation to go off of too.
I said he mentioned you. I didn't say it was good.
I feel like I recognize you from somewhere.
Calgary?
Oh, I know.
You look just like the woman in those TV commercials for IBS. I think it's that scrunched up, miserable face you're always making.
I beat you in my first match ever, remember?
Sorry, doesn't ring a bell. But congrats on winning that cute little trophy. Let me know if you ever want to step up and face some real competition.
I hate these things so much.
Then why were you in such a hurry to get here?
Because I hate being late slightly more than I hate awkward social obligations. I mean, if one more person says something dumb like, look, it's red on the red carpet, I'm going to strangle them.
Red?
Well, there goes my opening line.
She gets a little cranky when she's nervous.
Anyway, I've been covering the WWE Hall of Fame for almost 15 years, and I've never seen anything like this. We've had individuals, tag teams, factions, families, but never a pair of best friends inducted together. This is truly a special night.
It really is, Byron. But just because our in-ring careers are over doesn't mean we can't continue to give back to the business that gave so much to us. In fact, that's why I'd like to officially announce I'm available for commentary and hosting work. So, WWE, if you're looking to freshen things up around here, then you know where to find me.
Are you trying to take my job?
What? I'd never do that. Don't be so insecure, Byron.
Okay, well, that concludes one of the most interesting red carpet interviews of all time. Live TV, everyone.
What was that?
You're welcome for taking the heat off of you. And maybe I was auditioning for a gig. You don't want to stay involved in some way?
No. When I said I was done, I meant it.
Red. Trey.
Velveteen.
Congratulations. But just keep in mind, it's one thing to achieve your dreams, but you will never be the dream.
Great to see you too.
See? That's why I hate these things. You run into all sorts of people you have history with. That was super awkward.
Yeah? Well, at least it didn't end with someone getting knocked out like back in the day.
Hey, where are you going? The show hasn't even started yet.
I don't have anything to do, so I'm leaving.
Seriously? You should stay. You never know what could happen, plus it at least gives the impression that you care.
I do care. In fact, I care too much, which is why I can't take just sitting around doing nothing while everyone else gets opportunities.
We're still relatively new here. I think you just need to give it more time.
We've been in NXT for months and I've barely been on TV. And other than you, no one even knows who I am. It's like high school all over again, right down to having to ask permission to use the bathroom.
Who makes you do that?
Cassius Ohno. Wait, is he just messing with me? See? Exactly like high school.
Look, bathroom pranks aside, I think you're overreacting.
Really? Watch this. Hey, Ricochet. Good luck with your match tonight.
Aw, thanks, Troy.
He almost got your name right. That's a start.
If that doesn't prove my point, I've also asked just about everyone on the roster to be my partner for the Dusty Classic, and they all said no. Or worse, ignored me.
Okay, fine. Maybe there's some truth to what you're saying, but I still believe it'll get better.
Do you think anyone would catch on if you disguised yourself as a man so you could be my partner?
As much as I'd love to try to pull that off, I'm focused on beating Rhea Ripley to get a shot at the NXT Women's Championship. It's gonna be tough since she still hasn't gotten over the fact that I beat her in the Mae Young Classic.
But at least you have the Mae Young Classic win. It proved you belong here. My problem is everyone thinks I'm just riding your coattails. Well, you know what? From now on, I'm gonna ride my own coattail.
How do you plan on doing that?
I need to do something big to get people's attention. Something that'll change the narrative. And I need to do it tonight.
I like the fact that you're not just giving up and going home, but keep in mind, I put my reputation on the line by getting you hired here. So anything you do ultimately reflects back on me.
I understand, but you have nothing to worry about. Hey, do you know where I could get some handcuffs on short notice?
And now I'm worried.
Before we get to that match, which my friend Red is gonna dominate, there's something I need to say. When I was signed to NXT, I was told to make the most of my opportunity. Well, so far, the only opportunity I've had is to sit in the back every week like some kind of glorified cheerleader, watching everyone else do their thing, while I ask myself over and over again why I'm not out here. Maybe it's because I'm not good enough in the ring, or I don't have the right look, or I rub someone the wrong way. Or maybe it's simply because my friend helped me get a job and no one can see me as anything other than a charity case. I could drive myself crazy trying to figure it out, but one thing's for sure. If I never get a chance to show what I'm capable of, how will anyone know if I deserve to be here or not? Luckily, there's a tournament coming up that has put countless NXT superstars on the map, the Dusty Classic. Only problem is, I've tried and tried to find a partner, and so far, all I've gotten is a bunch of no's, blank stares, and who the heck are yous? But there's one person I haven't asked yet. Someone who calls themselves the Dream. But they've never competed in the tournament named after the real Dream, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. So I'm not leaving this ring until Velveteen Dream comes out and agrees to be my partner. So, are you gonna be my partner? Because as you can see, I'm not going anywhere until I get a yes.
The Dream always keeps a spare handcuff key on his person. You never know when you might need it. If you want the Dream to be your partner, then you need to prove yourself by beating the Dream in a match later tonight. You've got the Dream's attention, but let's see if you can keep it.
What the heck was all that?
Me riding my own coattail.
Well, maybe give me a heads up next time you're gonna hijack the show right before my match.
You got this.
And here we go, we have Ripley once again. This is like 2 matches in a row we're taking on Ripley, and it's going to be the exact same result as it was earlier. And a big right hook right to the jaw. Though it seems that Draco has left a bit of an ultimatum for Dream. Dream has gone, if you can beat me in a match, you will get your tag partner. So really Draco has got to definitely focus on that match later. But right now we need to focus on the fact that we have to beat Ripley. We have to get this #1 contendership. And currently Eve countering everything Ripley's got, and a belly to belly in the early stages. countering every move of Ripley, tossing him to the side when he actually earlier on attempted a spear. Like, in all honesty, I think we know a giant difference in the class of each superstar. Of course, Ripley could always pull out something from nowhere. It's always a possibility. But currently, it seems that Eve has the absolute advantage when it comes to the power game. Of course, the one downside of being so tall and so powerful, you'd have to imagine, would be the speed might be a bit affected. That might give Ripley a bit of a chance to form a comeback if Eve happens to slow down, if they happen to get too exhausted too quickly. So actually, now I look at it, they're actually pretty similar in height, but oh, like the previous match, similar counter and trying something different this time with a Kimura hammerlock position. But no, shot to the gut and a double shot to the chest. But definitely Ripley trying something a bit different, trying to change up the offense, trying to weaken the arm power, make it so they can't hit any big moves. Of course, Eve definitely not giving them an opportunity to continue that kind of offense, because they're not really that powerful when it comes to submissions. They're not really that skilled in the submission area. Notorious for being weak to submissions, actually. So if Ripley gets a proper submission in, it could be all over for Eve. And I'm pretty sure Ripley does have that knowledge in their head. They probably scouted for this match because they want vengeance. They want payback for their embarrassing defeat. And here we go. 4 knees to the gut and immediately getting right back in for a big side kick to the head. Just booting their skull off. And this could be the turnabout right now, but no, manages to float over. Here we go. STO takedown and off the rope. And an elbow drop. And now calling them to their feet. Here we go, sizing them up. Calling them up. Well, here we go, managing to force himself into a match against the Velveteen Dream. Draco Saban going right in. Of course, we saw the interesting finish to Eve and Rhea Ripley's match where both shoulders were on the map and neither one got the victory. I'm not sure what they're going to do about that, but right now, Draco with a bit of a new attire for NXT against the Velveteen Dream, and they're trading offense right now, back and forward. And a super kick, maybe taking a little jab at, Draco's friend right there, taking a jab saying that's how you hit a super kick and without costing yourself the match. Of course, Draco seeming to take a bit of offense to that. Now just going after and brutalizing the Dream's leg over and over, just targeting it. Obviously not very pleased with the mockery, shall we say. And a third set of kicks to the leg. That's going to equal 9 right now. 9 brutal kicks, but 1 in return with the opposing leg of Dream. But right back to his feet and now just striking away. And look at this speedy offense, but missed the kick. And Dream managing to get him up. This could be something bigger. Gun stun from the fireman position. Bo booting him away right now. What's he planning here? Setting him up for something off the rope. Big forearm smash now going up top. Oh, diving splash right from the top rope from the Heaven District. and going to the middle right now, just going for the skyscraper district with a senton. As I say, Draco's definitely kicked it into third gear right off the bat, and here we go, Brain Buster. And what's he thinking? Far out with a leg drop, showing a bit of that high flying ability. And wait, going for another move. This time, senton right to the gut of Velveteen Dream, but a kick right there from Velveteen. Draco though catching all the jawbreaker. Sending him off now. Another forearm smash into the corner. Picking him up to his feet. What's he going for here?